Hello everyone, this is Micka from dmcx.com and today I'm going to introduce you to the bike of Andre Greipel, which is going to be the Factor One disc brake type for the 2020 season. Andre is going to join the Israel Startup Nation team. It is a new team for 2020, but the racer is not a new racer. Andre Greipel has a huge experience in racing and has won a lot of race and stage, including Tour de France sprinting stage. So this year he's racing on a new bike for him again. I'm saying again because in the last 2 years he changed bikes and components. So now he's back on Shimano equipped bike, and it is the Factor. It's the Factor brand is from UK. It is a very competitive brand of bicycles. Very nice design. It's Andre is racing mainly on the model Factor One, which is designed, it's an aerodynamic road bike. It is designed for sprinter. It is very stiff, very nervous bike. So I'm going to jump straight to the bike setup and size, so we can go ahead. So the bike is designed with a disc brake, but it's also available with a rim brake type. Andre is going to race mainly with disc this season. He's racing on a size 54 cm frame. The head angle is 73.1. The seat tube angle is 73 degrees. The seat tube length, it is measured from the bottom bracket center to the top of the seat tube length. And this is 549 millimeters. Sorry, it is 502 millimeters. The 549 millimeters is a top tube length, measured from center of the tube to the head tube center. That's the top tube length. The head tube length is 119 millimeters. The chainstay is 405 millimeters, which is short for current standard of bikes. It used to be the norm, but now recently, with the advance of stiff carbon frame, the manufacturers start to make a bit longer chainstay to allow for bigger section tires. So, but the design is very good in my opinion, because with a short chainstay length, still the frame is fitted with 725 C type of tires section. So which is also following the current trend of size of tires. So it's very well designed. And the reach is 344 millimeters, the stack is 542 millimeters, and then ending up with a fork rake, which is a fork offset, is 43 millimeters. And it is a very well compact design bike. And as Andre is 184 centimeters tall, he's racing with a very small and compact size. It is 44 centimeters. So it's, as I previously mentioned in another videos, most of riders, especially sprinters, tend to go with as small as possible frame size. So then they can ride on a very reactive frame, very stiff and nervous bike, which is what they want, because they have so much power to deliver. So they don't want to have that power loss in the frame flexing actually. So that's the reason why most of riders are now on smaller size than what it used to be a few years ago. Right. So now the components for Andre, he's racing with 120 millimeter stem length. It is a combo. It is the stem and the handlebar are one piece. It's a combo, as we say. And the bar width is 420 millimeters or 42 centimeters. And the crank length is 175 millimeters. It is a Shimano Dura Ace crankset. And while we are talking about the crankset, it is equipped for sprint stage. So here we have a huge outer ring. It is a 55 teeth, and the inner ring is 42 teeth. That's a huge setup. And the cassette is a 100. Currently it is Shimano Dura Ace Di2, but it is probably gonna change later on this year to from an 11 speed to a 12 speed group set. So right now we are on the, as I'm reviewing the bike, it is a 11 speed group set, and the cassette is the teeth for most of the race. Of course, it's going to change according if let's say we go to the front with a mountain stage, they are probably going to change a little bit the setup. But current setup is for sprinting setup, and the cassette is a 11, starting at 11 up to 30 teeth. So the combination is very interesting. You've got a huge outer ring. It's 55, and if you use 11, you have a huge development there. But then using the inner ring of 42, you got a lot of actually a combination allowing up to 30 teeth at the rear. And the cassette, the Shimano cassette, Dura Ace 1, it is a titanium cassette. It's very lightweight and it's very efficient for the gear changing. It's very smooth changing. The chain is not a Shimano. The chain is a KMC X11SL Gold. So again here we are going to switch to 12 speed later on this year. So probably the chain is going to change, but actually it might be the same chain. It's compatible with 12 speed, I think. Right, so now I'm going to go around the bike gears. So the one of the biggest things after the frame is the wheels. The wheels are actually the sister brand of Factor. It's from Black Ink. They are carbon rims from Black Ink, laced with Sapim Aero spokes on Black Ink hubs, and the hubs are turning on ceramic bearings, obviously. It is the same with bottom bracket. It's also on ceramic speed bottom bracket, and the headset is also ceramic speed for the team setup. That's a part of the sponsor. The brakes are Shimano Dura Ace brakes caliper. It's direct mount, but the disc rotors are from SwissStop, and the disc brake pads are also from SwissStop. The front rotor is 160 millimeters. The rear rotor is 140 millimeters. That's also very good stuff. It's very efficient for braking, very good cooling. So that's very important when you go down the hills. So actually, I just realized I jumped to the brakes, but from the wheels, actually, the team is racing. Some race is going to be on tubular and some race on tubeless. And here is a very interesting point: this is the first year that Maxxis tires are joining the Tour de France, and they will provide tubulars and tubeless. The section is roughly 25 millimeters or 26 millimeters depending. For the tubular, they are developing specific tubulars for the race, for the team. So it's going to be interesting this year to follow this as it goes. The bike of Andre is equipped with a Selle Italia saddle. So the size of saddles depend on each rider, and rider choose or select something which is better suited for them. And here, last year Andre was racing on a Pro logo, and this year is on a Selle Italia, and this year he's selected the Selle Italia Pro team with carbon rails. Right, I think I didn't cover everything. The bottle cage are from Elite, that's the Elite Rocco carbon bottle cage, and the computer for the speed is Brighton, and the power meters is 4i, which is included on the cranksets. That's it. I think I've been all around. So again, for this bike, it's very aerodynamics. Before I forgot that actually the down tube is interesting. It's a split down tube, like some brands used to do it a few years ago, like Conago in the racing scene, but also like city bikes used to do it in the old days. When I say old days, like the 70s or 80s, it's been tested a few times. So here there are a lot of pros and cons. For the good side, it's because the split is supposed to allow for more aerodynamics and also stiffer bottom bracket handling as you have a double tube. That's the topics. That's the advantage. The disadvantage would be a very high cost of manufacturing, because it's a one-piece carbon frame, so it's very expensive to produce, but it's produced in-house by Factor, which owns its own carbon frame factory. So that's probably one of the good sales points for that company. And then, so here it is a quite of heavy bike. It's weighing 7.9 kilograms, which is almost 8. That's so we could say that's a heavy bike, but it's, again, this is for a sprinter, and he is more interested in performance, delivering all the power of the bike. So he needs a very stiff and nervous bike. So here again, the lightweight can be achieved with more light parts, especially like the wheels, because he got 60 millimeters high rims. So obviously those are weighing a lot. But let's hope Andre is going to show us that speed is more important than weight for this bike. He's going to win some race, right? If you have any question, please post it on my YouTube channel, or on Vimeo, or on Instagram, Twitter, or on the homepage as well. Or also, if you listen to podcast, please subscribe to the podcast, and please rate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you to spend your time to look at me and to listen to my podcast. Thank you very much.